So here we are at Maker Central 2020. No, 2021. No, 2022.
Yeah.
And we finally got back to see people. We finally got back into a position where we can meet people, we can see people, and makers can start making with each other again. How much have you missed having this connection with people? Because I know I certainly have. I've missed being able to get down and have face-to-faces. So how much have you missed being able to see people is my first question.
Well, I'll tell you what. First of all, for me, it's kind of strange to be in a place without a mask. Because in Italy, we all have the mask until, well, today is going to be the first day that we don't have to.
Oh, okay, wow.
So it was actually really weird in the beginning. Like, this used to be normal, but it's not anymore. And I actually cried the other day when I saw Jimmy for the first time. It was like, oh my God, this is life again. And seeing all the people, all the friends and the community, it's just amazing. Seeing you again after 2 years.
I nearly cried when I saw you yesterday. We shook hands and I just gave you a big hug because I was like, oh my God, Jack, oh man, it's so
really
cool.
Good. But even like being in a plane, I haven't taken a plane for 2 years. Like, you know, seeing the lady doing the usual stuff, it was like, oh my God, this is so good.
So it's good to get out and
it's just amazing.
So what about with?
And that's coming from an introvert person.
Yeah, for sure.
Normally, I'm alone in my little shop. But
so how do you think? Quite a broad statement, a broad question. How do you think that COVID and being locked down has affected you as a maker?
I mean, it affected me as a person, so of course as a maker as well. I think it changed me for sure.
Yeah.
I don't actually know yet if it changed me in a better way or in a worse way. I guess both. For some things, I see myself having a little problems. You know, like for many things, but for many others, it's actually a lot better. Like, I understood what normality is and how good it is.
I know for myself, I hit a creative wall halfway through lockdown, and I just couldn't think.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely hit a wall. Couldn't think of anything else to make. Couldn't think of any other videos to make. I just got a mental block. And then, you know, you find some more inspiration. Jimmy puts a new video out. You've got a new Kickstarter coming up, which we'll discuss later. You know, and you have to search elsewhere for that inspiration. But did you hit any creative blocks, or did you find it was the other way and you just had lots and lots and lots of ideas?
No, for me it was actually the other way. Yeah. Because like having a different normality is actually really inspiring because you see things in a different way. Plus, my best ideas and creativity comes when I'm alone.
Okay.
So, like, showers are great. Driving by myself is great. And now with lockdown, I was, literally locked at home by myself, and all I had was like thinking, and it actually worked really well for that. At times it was like sad and stuff, but normally I think I had more ideas and creativity by being alone, so that was good.
So looking at future things, we first met at Maker Central 2018. Because you had the fantastic Kickstarter, which was the Maker Knife. And I made a leather sheath for it, and we discussed it over Instagram.
Which is still my favorite, by the way. I'm not using it anymore. I've been using it every day for like 2 years or something.
What I would do whenever you put a new video out, I'd always look, because you had it on your right hand side of your trousers, and I'd always look and go, I made that. So we got talking about things back then, and I believe you've got a couple of other Kickstarters in the works.
Yes, I mean, the next one, which hopefully is going to be in July, is a product that I'm really loving it. That's why halfway jokingly I'm thinking this is not going to go well because this is the first time that I really, really love this product. The other time it was like, oh, let's try this, probably a couple of hundred people will buy it, and then it was like 20,000 and we can't make anymore. But this one that I really, really, really love, it's probably gonna fail completely.
Okay.
That's how things go.
Do we get, what information can you tell us about the next Kickstarter that's coming
None
out?
with the camera on, but you know what it is.
I know what it is. I didn't know if we could get any sort of sneak...
No.
We're not going to discuss what this is, but as soon as the Kickstarter is released, I'll put some links and all
we
the
can
rest of it.
probably say that it makes you see better.
Okay. And you're known for something.
I don't know.
I'm just misleading people. I don't know. I don't actually know what it is.
You kind of know. Come on.
And the big question, so a lot of people around Maker Central, obviously I wear my Maker's knife with pride on the front of my apron, and a lot of people weren't able to get hold of a Maker's knife because they were too slow. When you see something cool, pre-order it, get it on Kickstarter. So is there another Maker's knife going to be coming out? Are you going to be doing a new batch, or is there a new design coming out?
Yeah, no new batch. We are working on the new version.
Yeah.
And I don't want to rush it. Like, I know we're losing a lot of money, a lot of sales. It's been, sold out for 2 years, and people ask like 50 times a day. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
How can they get a Maker knife? But first of all, I didn't know we would take that much time. So I stopped selling it because I was like, in like a few months we're gonna have a new version.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years. But I don't want to sell the old version because in my mind that's the old version.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make the new one better, so it doesn't make sense for me to sell something that is not as good as what I want for now. It's still gonna have the same shape, like you'll recognize that it's a Maker knife, but it's gonna be different. Hopefully better.
Okay.
Maybe end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look for that'll be a Kickstarter as well.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, because we're gonna lose a lot of money with the failing product. So
it's not going to fail. It's not going to fail. It'll be fine.
Maybe.
I'll buy one.
Okay.
So that's at least one.
Done.
Yeah, write it down. We got
Tell
one.
the guys.
Yes, that's great to hear that you're still making things. You're still being creative. You've still got some, more business opportunities coming out. You bought a big old warehouse.
Yeah.
And you've been renovating that, and are you happy with that? Is there still more work to go into that?
Yes, there's actually a lot to be done there, but it requires a lot of people, a lot of money. I'm not kidding. I mean, it's expensive. Like you touch a stone, and it's a lot of money and time. So it's gonna take a lot of time. I don't think I'll ever stop. Like I don't think I'll ever get to a point where this is what I want. This is why when I put walls in place, I try to do it in a way that I can move them, and like I'm never satisfied. And also like my passion changes. Let's say if I pick up an obsession with leather, I want to be able to make like a room just for leather.
Oh, I'm planning on coming over to visit you and setting up a leather area for you.
Thank you. And so it has to be always changing, and this is the good and bad because I don't have like a proper way to organize things, but it's always evolving, and we're gonna get better at it.
Excellent. That's good. It's good to see, and I look around my workshop, which is probably about as big as this area that we're in here, and I always think, can I change it to make it more efficient? Where do things need to be? First order retrievability, so I have things on my apron because they're the things that I use most often, right? And I think that's the same with your locations and with your rooms and areas for things as well. So it's great.
Also, I'm not lying. I mean, the shop projects are my favorite.
Yeah.
Like organizing things and making like ways to be more efficient. Efficient of what? Making other efficient stuff,
You're efficient at being efficient.
Yeah, I mean, it's the most fun parts, I think. My favorite project is always like shop infrastructure and stuff like that.
Just a quick question for you. What was the last thing you made for yourself?
I made, that's funny. You're lucky there, because I made a box that is like basically a detonator for my fire effects. So it's like an Arduino thing that you press it and it goes like, it makes like fire effects and stuff. It's super amazing. It's so much fun.
And it was something that you've made just for the enjoyment of having that thing.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I was in an obsession with like cinematic effects, with explosion and stuff, and I wanted to make that. And making that little box with like switches and stuff. Oh, it's so satisfying. It's so good. That's the last thing I did.
Excellent. So just a couple more questions maybe for you. So the Maker Central event, obviously this is the third year you've been here now.
I mean, if they made 3, I've been.
You've been here all 3, yeah. So what do you think about the UK makerspace, the UK makers that the people we have over here? Because I know some people have travelled; they're not just UK based.
Yeah.
But obviously, you've been around the world. You're a very well-known designer and maker, so you must have seen lots of different ones. So why is the UK the best?
You know, like in all the events that I go to, I always find like incredible people, and I'm always super ashamed to be, I'm a maker, because I see people doing incredible things, and I'm not even 10% of what, I'm not able to do what they do. So I'm always like, this is absolutely incredible. Why do you don't have a YouTube channel? Do all that kind of things. People would love seeing all that. So, but I mean, in here, like this is actually my favorite event. I'm not gonna say people is better here because I can't say it. But it's true. But the event, like Maker Central, is absolutely my favorite because it's more about people than companies and big corporation stuff. It's really what events should be.
Yeah. So for me, Maker Central is more of a meetup than it is a load of companies selling stuff.
Yeah.
And there are companies selling
see
things.
The booths here, like there's also like smaller things, people making stuff. It's really great.
And also, I think I've been on the stand for 2 days now. I did my talk, my demonstration, which went. Thanks.
Sorry.
Thanks. I didn't miss yours. By the way, the video of those people sleeping in the front row, at least on my talk, there's nobody asleep.
Okay.
I'm just going to put that out there, Giaco. I'm just going to put that.
I take that.
I saw that on Instagram and I had a proper chuckle at that.
It was pretty funny.
It was quite good. So yeah, not really been off the stand, not really been across to see the YouTubey bit over there, but I would imagine that lots of your fans, same with Jimmy and some of the other creators that are here, have been able to come and say hello and get photos and things. How do you think that benefits the fans from their point of view, being able to come and meet their idols,
I mean, someone that they like.
So Maker Central don't charge for that experience any extra.
Yeah.
So do you enjoy that part of it, the meeting the fans,
It's incredible because they always have like great stories as well. When I meet people on the street, they're probably just watching my videos. They're fun. They see things. But in here, there's a chance that they actually make things. So it's even better because they show me what they make, and most of them are super young, and I follow them and I tell them like I want to see what you're gonna make in the future. So it's so interesting. Like it's so nice.
I had my first creator moment yesterday. So when the show opened, a young lad called Jack came in, stood there and pointed and went, "Alex," and I went, "Yeah." I subscribed to you.
Nice.
And at that moment, I realised I've not got millions of subscribers. I'm no Jimmy, but at that moment, I realised that number is a person, right? He came back later on in the day, and I got him sat around this side of the workbench, and he did some hand sewing, and I got him just introduced to a little bit more leatherwork. And for me, that one person is worth it for me to come to this event.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm not here to sell a load of stuff. I'm here to try and inspire people and teach people the art of leathercraft.
It's kind of bad that when you see like numbers and comments, you don't really realize that that's a person that actually mean it. But when you see it here, like some people that come to you and they shake, they're excited.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, those people, those numbers are actually people, as you said. It's really cool. You don't get that often.
Yeah, and it's people that are, they've watched you, they know your story, they feel like they know who you are, whereas you've never sort of met them before, but they know exactly who you are because they've followed your journey all the way through.
I learned in the beginning, I had to stop saying, "Nice to meet you, Giaco," and they go like, "Oh no shit," I say my name and I don't realize they actually know me.
Yeah, because you're at that point with your fame that you don't have to introduce yourself anymore.
I have to stop it, I sound stupid, but yeah.
No, brilliant. It's been brilliant sort of catching back up with you and seeing you again. I'm very much looking forward to the next 2 Kickstarters because I definitely don't know what one of them is. For me personally, that is very much something which is in my...
I know.
Yeah, my obsession pile.
You're the one that I have to win.
Yeah, and I think you will because I know your build quality and I know, so we can have a look at that. And the new Maker knife, whenever that is released, whenever we can finally get hands on it and things, and the design, I can't wait for the next, the VT, next advert, because the one for the Maker's knife, it's still one of my favourite advertising promo videos ever.
Thank you.
Yeah, but it can't open a beer. Can't open a beer. But yeah, you know, your marketing's always fantastic as well. So I very much look forward to that. Hopefully you'll have some special effects.
Maybe, who knows?
Get some video effects in there. And that, you know, with all the travel restrictions and COVID's now starting to leave our lives as
hopefully,
as it was.
Maybe there's something else now, we'll see.
Why would you say that? But no, hopefully we can get some collaboration going, and when you're finally ready to take up some leatherwork, I will come across and I'll see you.
Yeah.
You know, you can either come to visit me in the north of England, or I can come to visit you in Italy.
I don't know.
I know which one sounds better. Yeah. Come see, we'll get some leatherwork done, get some projects.
Pizza?
I've heard of it. Yeah. Is that something you do? Is that?
It's a thing. Yeah.
It's a thing. But yeah, come across and, you know, get some collaboration done as and when we can. You know, travel restrictions and all the rest of it. But yes, thank you for coming to see me.
Thank you.
You know, I'm glad that we managed to catch up.
Yeah.
But thank you ever so much.
It's great as usual.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more leatherworking tips, tricks and build-alongs, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be notified when new videos go live.